Well, the big superstar plunge of Kamal and Rajini continues, and we're to keep the spotlight on it. Thanks for tuning in. There are no two figures in Tamil Nadu standing today that are better known than superstar Rajinikanth and Kamal Haasan. On cinema, on screen, and now in the political battlefield. The superstar collision that has taken place over the last few weeks has now peaked, with Kamal Haasan taking repeated digs at Rajinikanth, even as he went to a college yesterday to unveil a statue of MGR. People are asking, why is Rajinikanth unveiling a statue of MGR? What does he have to do with the founder of the AIADMK? Well, that and a poster war has compelled Kamal Haasan to take repeated pot shots at Rajinikanth. Take a look.
Superstar super collision in Tamil Nadu. They regard each other as good friends, but after jumping into politics, their ideologies have exploded apart. The latest flashpoint being the youth of Tamil Nadu. While Rajinikanth urged the youth to not engage in politics at a student gathering at the MGR Medical University in Chennai,
4 வருஷம் நீங்க கஷ்டப்பட்டு படிச்சாதான் உங்க 40 வருஷம் வாழ்க்கை நல்லா இருக்கும். படிப்பது மட்டும் இருக்கட்டும் உங்களுடைய எண்ணம், உங்களுடைய கவனம். வேற எதிலையும் நீங்க கவனம் செலுத்தாதீங்க. நீங்க காலேஜ் வந்து ஸ்டெப்ஸ் படிகள் ஏறும்போது நீங்க வந்து உங்களுடைய வாழ்க்கை, உங்களுடைய ஃபியூச்சர், உங்களுடைய எதிர்காலம், உங்களுடைய சந்தோஷம் மட்டும் இல்ல, உங்க அப்பா அம்மாவோட உழைப்பு,
At an interaction with young students, Kamal Haasan looked on affirmatively as a young student talked about joining politics to change the system.
Basically, youngsters wonder we should come in politics, but we need a stable platform. We can take Sir as a platform to come in politics.
However, Tamil Nadu Mantri slammed Rajinikanth, equating him to a sparrow who can't keep pace with eagles, which fly high.
உரை, அதாவது பேச்சுக்கள் பார்த்தாலே சில முரண்பாடுகள். அதாவது வந்து மாணவர்கள் வந்து அரசியலுக்கு வரக்கூடாதுன்னு சொல்கிறாரு. ஆனால் உரையாற்றியதே வந்து ஒரு இன்ஸ்டியூஷனில், அது ஒரு எஜுகேஷனல் இன்ஸ்டியூஷன் தான் வந்து அவர் உரையாற்றினார். ஸோ எப்படிப்பட்ட முரண்பாடு பாருங்க, இதுலேயே ஒன்று ஃபஸ்ட்டு.
Earlier, political rival Kamal Haasan had also taken a dig at Rajini over the use of posters that were splashed across Chennai streets, a move that was against the High Court order. After the furor, Rajinikanth was forced to issue an apology. While Kamal Haasan seems more geared up for politics than his co-star Rajini and is treading a path of non-dividend politics, Rajinikanth, on the other hand, is taking baby steps, seemingly swaying to the right. With Akshaya Nath in Chennai, Bureau Report, India Today.
Well, these are very subtle jibes that are flying between Kamal Haasan and Rajini right now, but we can always expect them to become more and more aggressive. So let's compare the two right now, because it's always going to be more important to compare these two individuals. They are new as far as politics is concerned in Tamil Nadu. So let's take a look. We've put up these facts for you to give you a sense of the differences between Rajinikanth and Kamal Haasan. Rajinikanth says he believes in spiritual politics. Kamal Haasan says politics without religion is where I currently stand. Rajinikanth is yet to launch his political party. He's only made noises so far. Kamal Haasan has launched his party name, his party logo, the manifesto, the flag, the whole deal. He's come out and made it explicit. Rajinikanth appears to be swaying towards the right, at least in perceptions, because he's friendly with the BJP. He has a good relationship with Narendra Modi. The BJP has been wooing him openly. So the perception is that he may be swaying towards the right. Kamal Haasan, very, very definitely left-leaning. Rajinikanth modeling himself on MGR, a superstar on the silver screen, becoming a superstar politician. At least that's what his hope is. Kamal Haasan is projecting himself as a people's politician, and it's no wonder that Arvind Kejriwal was there when he announced his political party. Well, Rajinikanth says youth must focus on education. This is what he said yesterday at that speech at ACS Medical College. Kamal Haasan, in what appears to be a direct jibe to Rajinikanth, says, forget all that. Youth should be political and should look forward to joining politics. Joining me live now on what appears to be a superstar clash in Tamil Nadu. People had anticipated it, but now it's happening in a subtle way. It may become more explicit and hostile in the days, weeks and months ahead. C. Rajshekaran, very well-known lawyer and also an avowed supporter of Kamal Haasan, who is with us live. Also with us is N. Umashankar, who is a supporter and speaks out in favor of Rajinikanth, and India Today's Akshaya Nath is with us. So I want to go to the reporter first before I go to our political guest. Akshaya, Kamal Haasan is taking repeated pot shots at Rajinikanth. What's going on? I mean, I know that they share a very cordial relationship. What's happening? Why is Kamal taking these very subtle jibes at Rajinikanth? There have been 2 or 3 in the last 24 hours.
Well, Shiv, it's not one-sided. We have to note that it has been tit-for-tat kind of an approach. Both the new netas have been giving word-in-cheek kind of a reply for every comment that is being made. While Kamal Haasan says students should enter politics, we see Rajinikanth saying students should not enter politics. Education needs to be given more importance. Family needs to be given more importance. And the other side, one says it has to be Dravidian politics and also politics which is inclusive of all agendas. The other one says it has to be a spiritual politics. So the jibe is not one-sided, Shiv. It is two-sided, and both of them have been getting their milestones correct and also reaching every point really well. Because at each point we're seeing both the new netas getting too many supporters. In fact, when Kamal Haasan was touring Rameshwaram, Madurai, we had seen the kind of crowd that had gathered for him.
Yes.
And yesterday, we had seen the kind of crowd and cheer and applause for Rajinikanth as well. So we are seeing that 2 superstars, 2 well-known figures who have spent more than 50 years in cinema, entering politics and are getting a similar kind of a reception there. And that is wonderful, because one thing is both of them might be clashing but have a common agenda, a better Tamil Nadu, a future which has no
common agenda indeed, but you know, right now there are so many differences between Rajinikanth and Kamal Haasan. The manner, the tone and tenor in which they are pitching out and looking for public support on this political journey. Mr. Rajshekaran, I want to start with you. What are you making of it? You know, they are very subtle, but nobody has missed the jibes that Kamal Haasan has launched at Rajinikanth since yesterday. Yesterday, he had something to say about the posters. He told Rajinikanth to look within before trying to change others. Today, he attacked him on the youth issue and said youth should be political, should come into politics. What's going on? Why do you think Kamal is choosing to target Rajinikanth?
No, Shiv, I think you have misunderstood the whole comment about Nammawar Mr. Kamal Haasan, because if you go in the past history of Tamil Nadu politics, every movement, every political party started from the colleges of Tamil Nadu, be it DMK, be it ADMK or a Dravidian movement or any party for that instance. So it is the college students which pan out to be the future politicians, and they are the revolutionaries. And it is rightly pointed out by Mr. Kamal Haasan that the day the student who is 18 years is the politician of the day, because he has all the right to elect and select his own leader, because he is going to vote for his future. So every vote counts, every vote matters a lot. So it is the student community which brought in the Dravidian movement and the revolution in Tamil Nadu. And again, I want to reiterate one point. See, you cannot match or compare 2 big film stars of the past, and Mr. Kamal Haasan is a politician, as rightly pointed out by him, when he has voted the first vote, casted his first vote, he has become a politician.
No, but
that's what
they
he
appear
means.
to be pretty nervous about each other, Mr. Rajshekaran. That's the point I'm trying to make. I mean, these are very subtle things.
That is your understanding, or the people outside understand. But as far as their friendship is concerned, they are very strong.
You can be friends and you can still be political enemies. I'm sure you know that as well. I mean, there are many people in BJP and Congress who are friends, but they are political enemies. But the question I'm asking Mr. Umashankar is this the beginning? Is this an indication of how things are going to pan out in the future? The fact that Rajinikanth and Kamal Haasan may be friends, but they are also recognizing that they could be very powerful political rivals.
Naturally, Rajni sir and Kamal sir both are in politics today. Both will have their own viewpoints. The viewpoints may or may not meet. When they don't meet, each one will express how it does not meet. That's what both of them are doing. Just because the viewpoints are not matching on one or two or three or four issues, it doesn't mean it's a jibe at one another. It is not so.
Okay.
Personal friendship apart, when in politics, one will definitely give one's own viewpoint. They are doing it. And as to the students not coming into politics, it is not Rajni sir who says this first time in Tamil Nadu. Kamaraj, the most respected leader of Tamil Nadu,
yes,
who laid the foundation for education today in Tamil Nadu, he said that let not the students come into politics, let the students study, let them come up in life, thereafter they can join. That is the idea. One point which I want to make here is, any farmer would say they would not cook the rice that is kept for seed.
I get the point you're making. I get the point you're making, Mr. Umashankar. But, you know, Mr. Rajshekaran, is that idea, you know, I remember you have once said that you would like to see Kamal and Rajini come together. You've said Rajinikanth can't do this by himself. But are you willing to concede that over the last few days or weeks, Rajinikanth has demonstrated, especially yesterday through his body language, that he does perhaps have the stomach for politics and maybe can do this alone?
Shiv, see, it is too hypothetical to answer your question as of now. The fact of the matter is, people are looking out for a right leader to lead the state. Mr. Kamal Haasan, who has reciprocated to the wishes of the people, the aspirations of the people of Tamil Nadu, and he is saying the people have to come to the center. That's what he means. It's his party. Our party name itself speaks for itself. It is Makkal Needhi Mayam, People's Center for Justice. So people have to come to the center and take up responsibility, and then only you can change this state to a good governance, and the future generations will enjoy all the benefits and reap whatever they are going to sow today. So Mr. Kamal Haasan has categorically said he is going to be the seed to be sowed in the ground of every household, and every party man should take the message to every village of this state. Then only you can change it. See, you cannot do it alone. So he wants everybody to lead and come out. He wants to be an enabler. That's what he means. He's very clear in his approach, and all his speeches and his meetings only reflect the pulse of the people, and he wants the people to participate in a change which is going to happen in the near future, days to come or months to come.
Well,
I don't want to compare Rajinikanth and Mr. Kamal Haasan for this reason, because everybody have their own opinion.
I think over the next few days, right now,
on ideologies.
Right now things are. I agree with you. I think right now, I think right now things are still. Sure. No, that there may not be any jibes going on. You know, we didn't say jibes. What we meant was, you know, there are subtle conflicts going on. There may be some testing of the waters as far as people's weak spots are concerned.
Intelligence and your interpretation.
Okay.
You are intelligent enough to interpret to your own ideas and opinion.
Okay. Ultimately, absolutely. As are you, Mr. Rajsekaran and Mr. Umashankar. Thank you very much for joining us on this discussion. We're going to keep a very sharp spotlight on Rajini and Kamal because ultimately two fantastic, charismatic new leaders in the landscape of Tamil Nadu. Let's see where things actually go from now. The tutu meme between the two may actually become a real tutu meme. Mr. Rajsekaran doesn't agree that it's a jibe, but let's see where things actually go from here. Very exciting times. If you switched on your televisions at any point since last night, it's a very good chance that one of the biggest images, or the only image you really saw, was of a statue being torn down. And in case you didn't know where this is in Tripura, just after the BJP has swept to power. Tripura is witnessing political tensions and violence after the BJP won the assembly election there, dislodging 25-year-long left rule. A 5 feet tall statue of communist icon and Russian revolutionary Lenin was demolished in Belonia, Tripura by an earth-moving machine amidst chants of Bharat Mata Ki Jai. Adding fuel to the fire, BJP MP Subramanian Swamy has said that Lenin is a foreigner and a terrorist and questioned why should we be worried about their ideology and thinking. Well, adding even more fuel to the fire has been Minister of State for Home Kiran Rijiju, who is from the Northeast, as you know, who also joined in the controversy and said Lenin's statue has been destroyed in Russia as well. So what's the big deal? Well, earlier the BJP's Northeast in charge, Ram Madhav, hailed the vandalism, calling for change. Governor Tathagat Roy has stoked even more controversy regarding the ongoing violence. On Twitter, he says, what one democratically elected government can do, another democratically elected government can undo, and vice versa. Well, the images that you're getting on your screen right now on the left are from Tripura, where that statue was torn down. And on the right is the communist protest that's taking place right now live in Kolkata. These are part of the Lal March. This is the red marches that are being taken out by the defeated, vanquished communist forces in Kolkata. They've lost their bastion of Tripura after a quarter century, and now, after Lenin's statue was torn down, this is how the communists are reacting. Left with nothing but power in Kerala, communists in Kolkata marching right now, as you can see in these live images, protesting against the tearing down of Vladimir Ilyich Lenin's statue in Tripura by workers exhorted by BJP leaders, including a minister from the central government. Let's listen into some reactions on this big story of the day.
देखो, लेनिन तो विदेशी है, वो एक प्रकार से आतंकवादी है, क्योंकि उसने जितने लोगों को वहाँ मारा तानाशाही के थोपने के बाद, ऐसे व्यक्ति के हमारे देश में उसकी स्टैच्यू, हाँ, वो कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी के हेडक्वार्टर्स के अंदर रख सकते हैं, वो उसको तोड़ा तो नहीं है, उस मूर्ति को भेज देंगे हम कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी को, वहाँ अंदर रखें और पूजा करें.
It is absolute vandalism, violence, and this is not the way politics should be conducted by BJP and its Sangh Parivar outfits, and this should be condemned by all democratic forces in the country. After all, we are a democracy.
कोई भी democratic society में violence नहीं हो, नहीं, आप किसी को ऐसे इल्जाम लगाने से ठीक नहीं है. माहौल जो है शांति बनाए रखने के लिए गलत बात नहीं बोलना चाहिए और इंस्टिगेट नहीं करना चाहिए.
तो लेनिन के विचारों को गिराने के लिए आपने लेनिन की मूर्ति गिरा दी. सारे देश में भारतीय कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी और कम्युनिस्टों के दफ्तर पर आक्रमण करवाएंगे आप. मुझ पर आक्रमण कराएंगे, मैं ट्रेन में चलता हूं, मरवा देंगे. राजनाथ जी, मोदी जी, आप मरवा देंगे, मरवा सकते हैं आप. जब भारत के अंदर आजादी के बाद सब पहली राजनीतिक हत्या हुई, आपने गांधी जी को आपके लोगों ने मरवा दिया, तो अतुल कुमार अंजान क्या चीज है, मरवा दीजिए.
There is no problem. It is the problem of the Communist Party. They are being defeated, so they cannot tolerate it. They are creating these chaoses. This problem is created by their own people. We are not responsible for any incidents, and they are quite peace and tranquil in the state. We are moving everywhere in our locality, and I don't find that there is any problem.
More than thousands of people were attacked by the hooligans of the BJP-led people, and the situation is very tough throughout the state. That's why the administration अब काल क्या किया एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन ने काल 144 जारी करना पड़ा। मैं अपील करता हूँ हर पॉलिटिकल पार्टी को, खास करके जो पॉलिटिकल पार्टी का ओर से ये हो रहा है बीजेपी और आईपीएफटी का ओर से, उनको मैं अपील करता हूँ अभी बंद होना चाहिए।
Severe condemnation of the manner in which attacks against our party officers, mass organization officers, party comrades and burning of their houses has been indulged in Tripura in a large scale all across the state.
Well, 48 hours after the Lenin statue was razed to the ground in Tripura, BJP leader H. Raja in Tamil Nadu has made a controversial statement which he quickly backpedaled on. H. Raja on social media targeted Tamil Nadu leader Periyar and said that Periyar statues in the state will be razed to the ground as he was a casteist leader. He said, and I quote, "Today in Tripura it is Lenin's statue and tomorrow it will be the statue of the man who is instigating communal tension in Tamil Nadu, Periyar E.V. Ramaswamy." DMK working president M.K. Stalin has trained his guns on the BJP's H. Raja and said, try it. He's accused the BJP leader of inciting violence. Stalin said no one can touch Periyar's statue. Periyar was the founder of the Dravidian parties in Tamil Nadu. His Dravida Karagam later split and one faction in fact became the DMK. Periyar is still widely respected by people across the state. Has this become a faux pas and an embarrassment for the BJP, especially since H. Raja, the man on your right, has deleted his tweet from social media?
தந்தை பெரியாருடைய சிலையை தொட்டு பார்க்கக்கூடிய அளவுக்கு கூட எவனுக்கும் தகுதி கிடையாது. ஆக தொடர்ந்து பிஜேபியுடைய முன்னணி தலைவர்ல ஒருத்தரா இருக்கக்கூடிய எச் ராஜா வன்முறையை தூண்டக்கூடிய வகையில அடிக்கடி இது போன்ற கருத்துக்களை பேச்சுக்களை தொடர்ந்து பேசிட்டு இருக்கிறாரு. நியாயமா அவரை கைது செய்யறது மட்டும் இல்ல, குண்டர் சட்டத்துல போட்டு அவரை உள்ள கொண்டு போடணும். அப்படிதான் என்னுடைய.
Well, no relief for Karti Chidambaram. The Patiala House Court in Delhi has extended Karti Chidambaram's custody for 3 more days in the infamous INEX media payoff case. Now, the son of former Finance Minister P. Chidambaram will remain in CBI custody till the 9th of March. India Today has also accessed inside details of what happened at court. Additional Solicitor General Tushar Mehta told the court that as per the case diary, there is a need for further custodial interrogation. He said the statement given by Indrani Mukherjee implicating Karti is just one of the pieces of evidence against him. The CBI counsel also told the court that Karti has refused to cooperate. Karti has allegedly refused to share. Okay, P. Chidambaram, his father, is about to speak. Let's listen in.
Please, mind your please.
Chidambaram emerging from court doesn't appear to be in a mood to say anything at all. He's a very well-known, very experienced lawyer. So maybe he's deciding to err on the side of caution and not say a word to the media at this sensitive time when his son has been, the CBI has been given 3 days more of custody of Karti Chidambaram. P. Chidambaram, with a smile on his face, just walks away. There are tensions brewing right now. He and his son are currently under attack by the ruling dispensation. The CBI investigating Karti Chidambaram in the infamous INEX media payoff case. Karti allegedly has been refusing to share his phone password with the investigators. Appearing for Karti, Abhishek Manu Singhvi has rejected the CBI's contention, but the CBI, which asked for 9 days custody, has been granted 3 days. Well, Abhishek Manu Singhvi has claimed the CBI had failed to give any evidence so far against Karti. Nevertheless, they've been granted 3 days more until the 9th of March to interrogate Karti Chidambaram, who, as you can see, has been pumping his fists in the air as a sort of victory gesture which has confused many. What is he trying to say? He's under investigation in a corruption case. So what's with the fist pumping? Nobody really knows. I want to go across to India Today's Anusha Soni, who is in court. Anusha, take us through what happens now. 3 days more custody.
That's right, Shiv. 3 days more given to the CBI. In fact, they asked for a much longer time, about 9 days. That's what the argument of Tushar Mehta was. It is partly true that as far as the substantial evidence against Karti Chidambaram is concerned, the CBI could not furnish anything which is very conclusive in nature against Karti, which completely criminalizes his entire conduct in this case in any manner. Clearly, there are reasonable apprehensions which the CBI has raised, but the argument of Manu Singhvi has been that these apprehensions are not such in nature that you require a person in custody, and that there is not a single ground for the court to extend the custody. But what happens in sensitive matters like these is that the court is usually willing to give the Central Bureau of Investigation or any investigation agency the sort of time they need for a person to be interrogated or cross-questioned. Of course, the liberty of another person is another crucial aspect that the court needs to balance it out. But as far as, the further custody of Karti Chidambaram is concerned, which the CBI may or may not seek on Friday, they need to come up with something more substantial than just these hints or the sealed envelope that is submitted to the CBI Special Court. It is also very debatable that at this stage, when it's only the stage of gathering evidence, can you actually furnish a sealed envelope at the trial court? So clearly a much tougher challenge awaits on Friday when this hearing happens.
Okay, thanks very much, Anusha. So the pressure is still on the Chidambarams at this time. We'll continue to get our viewers updates on this fast-paced and rapidly developing story. 3 days more custody for Karti Chidambaram.
நான் உங்கள் கருவி உங்கள் தலைவன் அல்ல.
அது நான் முன்சான எல்லாமே பார்த்தேன். ரொம்ப நல்லா நடத்துறாங்க. ரொம்ப வரவேற்கத்தக்கது. அவருக்கு ஆல்ரெடி நான் வாழ்த்துக்கள் தெரிவிச்சிட்டேன். இப்போ அவர் அந்த விழா எல்லாம் பார்த்த பிறகு நான் நிஜமா மக்கள் நல்லதுக்காக எல்லாரும் டிஃபரெண்ட் பாதையில் போனா கூட போய் சேருது ஒண்ணுதான். மக்கள் நல்லது பண்றது அவ்வளவு.
You will not be signing Mr. Haasan on any more films.
No.
Even if you lose elections.
That's another thing we can look at later. But I need to make a living and an honest one on that. So we'll see. But I don't think I'm going to lose.
Yes, Kamal Haasan believes he won't lose the elections. On the other hand, Rajinikanth is the epitome of self-belief. Thus, Rajni versus Kamal is on.
Rajinikanth and Kamal Haasan, two legends, colleagues, demigods, and now two politicians. Yes, we've seen them share the stage multiple times, including that gala event in Malaysia recently. They do share mutual respect for each other, so much so that we even heard that Kamal had a secret meeting with Rajni. That's when Kamal was shooting for Big Boss and Rajni was shooting for Kala. Kamal told Rajni that he was going to join politics, and a surprised Rajni asked Kamal, why now? And Kamal responded by saying that he had been contemplating the decision for a long time. Both actors agreed that even if they are in opposing camps, they should always respect each other and maintain dignity. But now, things are heating up between the two superstars. Rajni's passionate political speech at the inauguration of MGR statue in Chennai is proof that Thalaiva is dead serious about ruling the state.
சத்தியமாக யாரோ எம்ஜிஆர் ஆக முடியாது. எம்ஜிஆர் ஒரு யுக புருஷர், பொன்மன செம்பல், மக்கள் திலகம். இன்னும் 100 ஆண்டு இல்லை, 1000 ஆண்டான கூட அந்த மாதிரி ஒருத்தர் பிறக்க முடியாது. அவரே பிறக்க வந்தாதான் உண்டு.
Well, we know that 2018's biggest film, Rajini's 2.0, will release sometime later this year, but it seemed like Rajini presented himself as MGR 2.0. He made the speech extremely personal, narrating moments that he shared with MGR. Rajini said, in 1978, I had a nervous breakdown and I got treatment for 2 months in the hospital. MGR inquired about me every 2 days. He asked me to get married. MGR spoke to my wife, Lata's relatives, and convinced her parents to marry. My wedding hall, Raghavendra Mandapam, faced hurdles in getting NOC. MGR sir helped me and I got the NOC immediately.
அதுக்கப்புறம் 75 முன்று முடிச்சு வாகினி ஸ்டுடியோல செட் போட்டுட்டாங்க. அந்த செட்ல நான் முன்று முடிச்சு ஷூட்டிங் போயிட்டு இருக்கும்போது ஒன் டே பார்த்தா எல்லாருமே அலர்ட்டா இருக்காங்க, எல்லாருமே ஓடுறாங்க, எல்லாம் கிளீனா இருக்கு, எல்லாம் சைலண்டா இருக்காங்க. என்ன அப்படின்னு சொன்னா சின்ன ஒரு ஷூட்டிங், எம்ஜிஆர் சார் ஷூட்டிங் சொல்றாங்க. ஸோ சினிமா இண்டஸ்ட்ரியில் இருக்கும் போதே ஒரு ராஜா மாதிரி இருந்தாங்க, அரசியல்ல மட்டும் ஒரு ராஜா இல்லை. அப்பவே வந்துட்டு முதல்ல வந்து சவுத் இந்தியாவில் வந்து முதல்ல வீட்டில் ஸ்விம்மிங் பூல் வச்சது அவர் தான், வீட்டில் கேரவன் வச்சது அவர் தான், வீட்டில் ஜிம் வச்சதும் அவர் தான்.
Now, Kamal Haasan did take a jibe at Rajinikanth and said that change must come within, from within. That was a shot at Rajini's very politician-like plastering of hoardings across Chennai, something that Rajini apologized for. The two superstars also have a difference of opinion as far as youngsters joining politics is concerned. Kamal issued a new video message thanking everyone for joining his party.
Welcome to Game-Changing Makkal Needhi Mayam. Thank you for registering. We have now committed ourselves to better Tamil Nadu politics and life in Tamil Nadu, probably forever. It's a long overdue commitment that all of us refrain from. Now it's the time. Welcome to the noble Tamilian family. Nale Namade. Yours, Kamal Haasan.
This while Rajini told students not to join politics and learn English.
இந்த 4 வருஷம் நீங்க கஷ்டப்பட்டு படிச்சாதான் உங்க 40 வருஷம் வாழ்க்கை நல்லா இருக்கும். படிப்பது மட்டும் இருக்கட்டும் உங்களுடைய எண்ணம், உங்களுடைய கவனம். வேற எதுலயும் நீங்க கவனம் செலுத்தாதீங்க. நீங்க காலேஜ் வந்து ஸ்டெப்ஸ் படிகள் ஏறும்போது நீங்க வந்து உங்களுடைய வாழ்க்கை, உங்களுடைய ஃபியூச்சர், உங்களுடைய எதிர்காலம், உங்களுடைய சந்தோஷம் மட்டும் இல்ல, உங்க அப்பா அம்மாவோட உழைப்பு, அவங்களுடைய சந்தோஷம், அவங்களுடைய எதிர்காலம் கூட சுமந்துகிட்டு அந்த படியை ஏறிட்டு இருக்கீங்க. அந்த மறந்துடாதீங்க. எக்காரணத்தை கொண்டு படிப்பு தான், அதுல தான் கவனத்தை செலுத்துங்க. அரசியல் பத்தி தெரிஞ்சுக்கங்க, புரிஞ்சுக்கங்க. ஆனா அரசியல்ல படிக்கும் போது முழுசா ஈடுபடாதீங்க. நானே கட்சி ஆரம்பித்தா கூட நீங்க மாணவர்கள் படிப்பை விட்டு ஆக்சுவலி ஈடுபடாதீங்க. ஓட்டு போட்டீங்களா பாடுங்க, பாத்துங்க, அவ்வளவுதான்.
Okay, people, Kamal versus Rajini is definitely on, and this rivalry will only get intense. We've got our experts, Shivaru, T.S. Sudhir, to talk to us about Kamal versus Rajini, and we will dissect this rivalry as follows. Rajini versus Kamal, the comparisons: politics, star power, films, personality, and temperament. Yes, all points will be covered with my experts. As I said, I've got Shivaru. He's a big Rajini fan, keeps a close eye on all things related to Rajini. Shiv, to you first. What do you make of this? I mean, daggers have been drawn already, subtly, but it is on.
Yeah, you know, I think it's very interesting, and I think this is something that will become more and more aggressive going forward. You know, once both of these superstars really sink their teeth and understand what they've sort of pledged their lives into. Right now, Kamal appears to be testing the water by firing these little rose petal laced bullets at Rajinikanth, if I can call it that. You know, just trying to sort of you know, create an atmosphere of me versus you, or you know, creating your own sense of standing, because I think there is a recognition that Kamal is a superstar, but Rajini is a enormous public appeal superstar entering the political fray. So there has to be this sense of tension and conflict always means power. So in a subtle way, I think Kamal understands.
Before I go to TS, very quickly, you know, politics, as far as politics is concerned, Kamal seems to be into it. You know, he's taken a back seat as far as films is concerned. I see a very aggressive PR mechanism, mail sending every day, talking to students, talking about his party. Rajini, on the other hand, just arrives, makes this superstar speech, everybody's talking to about him, and that's all he needs.
Absolutely. I think Kamal has always been more comfortable in the kind of political hustle and bustle, and T.S. Sudhir has said that as well. You know, he's comfortable with controversy and tension and turmoil, is less shy of the spotlight. Rajinikanth has always been shy of the spotlight. He's great in front of the camera, but in front of the public, in front of masses, he's been much more timid.
Right.
Yesterday, however, I should point out, Sushant, there was a sea change in his body language. He was smiling. You know, the namaskarams came much more easily.
Yes.
There was an ease, a smoothness in his body language that appeared to suggest that he has now sort of crossed a certain barrier as far as timidity and shyness is concerned, and he's recognized that he needs to be more open and approachable.
Right, T.S. Sudhir joining us from Hyderabad. T.S., you've spoken to us about this. You know, right now, yesterday's speech, I was amazed with his confidence, with his aggressiveness really. He was really aggressive with that speech, and it was an out-and-out political speech, positioning himself as the second coming of MGR.
Absolutely. In fact, I think it took most of us by surprise, even those who have seen Rajinikanth for a long time. Most of us believed that here was a shy person, here was someone who was a little wishy-washy, a little apprehensive about taking pot shots at political rivals. But here was Rajini, almost like in a filmy avatar, taking pot shots at everybody, coming out all guns blazing. In that sense, it almost, given the camera positioning and everything, it almost looked like a presidential kind of a campaign in the United States. He had his script ready. He wanted to project himself as a successor to the MGR legacy. He was trying to tell people that he was very close to MGR, trying to relate anecdotes which many people may not know about. In that sense, trying to occupy that MGR vote bank that exists within the AIDMK. Now, at this point in time, it may be a little vague to kind of quantify how much of that MGR vote bank actually exists 30 years after MGR has passed away. But definitely appealing to the emotions of the AIDMK cadre, who essentially swear by both MG Ramchandran and Jayalalitha. So in that sense, playing his cards pretty smartly. The first day of his political campaign speech, as it were, after he announced his party on the 31st of December, has gone well. I would say that if anecdotes could actually win elections, Rajinikanth would be chief minister, but that's not going to happen, because Rajinikanth from now onwards will have to build on this. It cannot be just about telling stories to people and regaling them with interesting anecdotes. He will have to spell out what his ideology is, what his stand on different contentious issues is. He's kind of skirting all of that and essentially trying to tread a very safe path.
Very, very, very interesting points. I want to ask you, Sudhir, you know, 30 years, as you said, have passed by. Are they really relevant? I mean, I know that we are building this whole thing up and they are youth superstars, but on ground, I mean, you can't get away. Rajni is busy with 2.0. He's busy with, you know, Kala is going to release. Kamal Haasan, I think Kamal Haasan going about it very systematically. But on ground, how do you think, you know, without any political experience, do these guys really matter?
Well, one interesting kind of similarity between MGR and Rajinikanth is that MGR, after he floated his party in AIDMK in 1972, after he was expelled by the DMK, did as many as 16 movies between 1973 and 1977. That's when he became chief minister. And in fact, one movie released in 78 after he became chief minister, but essentially did as many as 16 movies. So MGR did not stop acting. In that sense, when he was announced, it was announced that Sun Pictures has signed Rajinikanth for his next movie. It reminded me of the MGR template. So in that sense, he's pretty much following in MGR's footsteps, and he'll continue to use the big screen as his campaign vehicle, almost as if he's canvassing at an individual level with every voter in the darkness of the cinema theatre. His political punchlines are part of every movie that he has done since the early 90s, starting with the movies like Annamalai, Muthu and Padappa in the mid-90s. So in that sense, that is going to be his campaign vehicle. And of course, these kind of guest appearances where he's almost playing to the gallery, telling people interesting stories, and through that some kind of a political messaging is taking place. You spoke about MGR, the fact that he has passed away 30 years ago, but even now in many parts of rural Tamil Nadu, not so much in urban and semi-urban Tamil Nadu, but in rural Tamil Nadu, there exists a MGR vote bank, people who swear and vote for the two-leaf symbol which was decided by him, and there are small MGR temples that still exist, even in places like Rameshwaram, where fishing hamlets actually swear by MGR more than Jayalalitha or the rest of the AIDMK.
Shiv, you know, this is fascinating. Before I go to the star power thing, MGR and Rajni. Now, MGR ruled the state for 13 years. Let's not forget that. But, you know, he was seen as a mass leader for the people, #1 hero. Rajni also has that mass appeal. But converting it on ground, if you are elected, you know, does he have the political mechanism? Does he have the political, you know, mind? Right now, I'm seeing a changed Rajinikanth. Are these early signs that, yes, he can do it.
You know, in many ways, not to be cynical, but you know, politics is full of cynicism. It's full of people doing what makes them look the best. Let's not forget the history of Rajinikanth and MGR. There was no special love between them at any point of time. Rajinikanth being there to unveil that statue is hugely symbolic, as TS said. The one thing that Rajinikanth would want more than anything else, he's got the public appeal and the mass appeal sorted. Both MGR and Rajini share a similar kind of public appeal that Rajini does right now. But what Rajini really wants to internalize is the manner in which MGR straddled both these very difficult worlds and managed to sustain the huge appeal he had. He has that appeal. I mean, anybody who says that MGR is irrelevant in Tamil Nadu now doesn't understand Tamil Nadu politics. A sense of history, his iconic stature as both a politician and a cinematic hero is precisely what Rajinikanth wants, and he wants to internalize that.
Absolutely. Now let's talk about star power. You know, Rajini and Kamal's star power is immense. Well, Kamal Haasan is a multiple-time national award winner. He is unmatched, you know, in terms of performances. Rajini is not even in the same universe, if I may say so. Haasan is pure acting prowess. You know, you remember this Apuraja on your screen. Who can do this? And then Nayakan, how can we forget that national award winning performance as well? Well, Kamal Haasan is certainly one of my favorites, but Rajinikanth, remember, is the superstar of superstar. He just has that X factor, that magical effect. Now remember, Kamal's biggest hits were decades ago. His recent films, Thungavanam, etc. have not done well or have been stuck. Case in point, Shabash Naidu, Vishwarupam 2. But Rajini is all set to blaze the box office once again with Kala and 2.0. So Rajini definitely has the advantage as far as star power is concerned. We're going to talk about that when we return after this show.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you would love to.